Hello there. Oh, my background removal is acting up again. Well, hello there. We're back in Battletech. We're gonna be exploding more stuff. Gonna be a lot of fun. Hold on a second. I am just gonna... It's balancing out my shirt going all staticky versus the background still showing up. That'll be good enough. That'll do. Going to Battletech. Yeah, alright, we're back. JD's still injured. He's gone through about half of his injury. We're in Sindu right now. And deep in Merrick territory. We're actually doing pretty well financially. We got about 3 million in the bank. Just the least broke we've been in quite a while. So one thing I've been thinking is I'm probably going to want to start moving up this way. Mostly because I want to max out my rep with Merrick, and I want to max out my negative reputation with somebody. That somebody's probably going to be Liao, that's in green right now. And over here in Panzer is the main story mission that I'll probably end up doing at some point, but the problem is okay, that joint venture here that's for Steiner. White Lies up for hostile mercs, but employed by the Free Worlds League, so that could be a pretty big rep boost as well. I might go back that way, just to do some of the flashpoints. Even that one. Tech tonnage minimum. Well, that's pretty easy. For the Combine, I haven't done anything with or against the Combine because their territory's up here. I wanted to go explore kind of the bit more towards the northern end of the map. But this is just, yeah, these are just territory pushes. These are not flashpoints. Like in Moravian here. That's a month worth of travel too, so I'm gonna have to be... And over here, yeah, that's Merrick versus the Canopians. These pushes I definitely don't want to get involved in, because I'm trying to be friendly with both of these factions, so I don't want to take a side there. But like, Liao's actually getting pushed into quite a bit. And I might legitimately want to get involved with that. Hearts and Minds against Emerald Dawn for the Federated Suns. And what about that one? That one is 3.5. That's a bit much for me right now. Like, even 3, I could potentially handle, but it's... At 3 skulls, it can get a bit dicey for me with the current lineup that we have. Yeah. That push here is marked as 5 skulls. But otherwise, I might, like... That one is 1. Should we attempt a territory push? In favor of Merrick? Like, that would do wonders for my rep. For sure. It's tempting. First, let's take a contract or 2 in here, if I can. Not gonna do that, the dual. That's not gonna happen. That one, though. It's for the word of Blake, but it's against Capellans. It's against Liao. And it's a decent paycheck. I'll take a decent paycheck. It's a recovery in Lunar. So, watch the heat. I'm going to skew that a bit more towards salvage, I think. Our Dervish is still getting fixed, but that's fine because I think this is basically the last contract I'm going to be able to take here. Just because of the heat, I'm going to switch triple over to the Wolverine mech. What are we looking at in terms of battle armors right now? Yeah, Wolfbane, Floppy, and Shotel. I probably want Courser to get a bit more experience out there. Same for Bugbear. And Razor. So I think some guys are going to sit down here. War Master's going to sit down. And so's Lemonade. I'm going to keep Way Too Light out there. Mostly because he's a customized guy. Razor's a half-decent gunner, and he's got side slip, so... I'm going to put him in the Merkava. Plus, he's got affinity with the Merkava. He's driven it before. I'm going to put Bugbear in the Vargur. I'm going to sit down Wolfbanes. And I'm going to bring in Courser. Just so he can get the extra experience. And we're going to deploy like this. All right, loading up, loading in. First mission of the day. I'm actually quite happy with the lineup we have right now. I've been climbing at 2.5 pretty steadily. Like, taking 2.5 missions pretty steadily and getting away with it. I think we're actually at the point where, because we have that catapult now, I think we're going to be able to start looking at 3 skull mission a bit more steadily. Camera's still glitching. Yeah, there's a bit of a snowstorm in my shirt, but that's fine. You want to do what with my mechs? Told you so. They'll be safe. Alright, so it's just a recovery. Warrior House Imara. There's also some weird green stuff going on there.
I'm receiving you.
Oh yeah, that blackjack can actually carry battle armor. I forgot about that. I'm gonna do a full reserve here, so I can move as a group. 50 tons? 50 tons? Okay. I can handle a couple 50-tonners.
Ready for orders. All in ass. Confirm.
Yes, Commander.
Oh, she had a shot at something. Okay. I'm not going to want to do that with triple. I'm going to want to do that with Seabell if I can.
I'm listening.
Because she's got the Gauss rifle.
I got it. Don't think. Don't shoot. Just run.
And that's a Huron warrior. Okay. And he's got artillery.
Locked on.
Right.
Ready for orders.
That is a little concerning.
Roger. Full speed. On it.
There we go. Particle cannon shot did hit, so
Bye.
that's not bad at all.
Position confirmed.
I'm not gonna waste my UAC ammo here. At this range, my chance to hit is quite low. There you go. I'm just gonna fire the particle cannon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep the missile boats way back.
This is everything I got. Hey. Ugh, ew, go.
Straight up on this ledge here. Gives me a nice line of sight. Not gonna fire the lasers this time. Save up on the heat.
Say so.
Artillery destroyed. Okay.
That looks like a critical hit.
That actually saves me
Orders?
a lot of problems. Okay, vehicle, start sprinting that way.
Understood. Moving fast.
I've got your back. Aye, aye. I'm firing on the enemy. That's a clean miss. Waiting for orders.
Commander. Holding on.
Commander? I copy.
There we go. Just scrambling. I'm gonna go for cluster shots here. I'm gonna go for a cluster shot.
Got it.
There we go. That was a little bit of damage.
Good to go. Going turbo. Special delivery.
There we go. Just a couple of missiles. Nothing too concerning.
Roger that. Digging in.
Okay, I see 4 mechs. All of them in the 50 to 55 ton range.
I await your command. Talk to me. Roger. Full throttle. Firing. Standing by.
I'll sensor lock a guy at the back here just to see what I'm doing. Blackjack Omni. Alright.
Waiting for orders.
And a hunchback. You have just made my job a whole lot easier.
Light damage, Commander. Receiving you. your orders, Skipper. Up high.
Now Ulti could just jump up and light him up.
Lock it off. All west ship. Orders.
Loha's gonna have to sprint around because he doesn't have the doesn't have any jump jets.
Roll for that.
There we go, just a little breaching laser.
Commander? Let's see
Shoot him
how
in the
you like
booty.
this.
There you go.
Good to go. Receiving you. Firing jump jet.
Probably better off just sensor locking him.
What can I do for you? Sprinting! All weapons are low!
Now he's tagged and haywired.
Good to go. Let's move. Targeting for an alpha strike.
Good thing he fell off because I just realized he's got a hatchet. So he would have gone melee with ulti as soon as he had an occasion. That could have been bad.
Waiting for orders.
But I got lucky. They didn't.
Let's see what this baby can do.
Commander.
Run Seabill over there and then oh, she doesn't have much in terms of jump jets though. So 2 hunchbacks and a blackjack. That's what we're dealing with.
What? No. Copy.
Nice.
Start lobbing missiles. There we go. That's not bad.
Right here. Mm-hmm. Heading out. Mm-hmm.
Hot damn. Let's do this.
That was an AC-20. Okay, yep.
I'm in trouble.
I'm your spaniel.
Standing by. Waiting on you, Commander. Moving out. I've got a sensor lock.
All right, we got a big sensor lock done here by Manda.
Roger that.
Now we gotta get to work and start taking these guys down.
Awaiting orders.
Yeah, she took some pretty bad leg damage there. Can't sprint because she's unsteady.
Firing.
Almost ripped out that big gun from him.
Lift it off.
So Alti's just gonna lift off right there. He's going to very badly overheat if I fire everything. Let's not do that.
Here we go. Good to go. Going full throttle.
That works.
I copy.
There we go. He's gone. Okay.
Hostile eliminated.
I'm listening. Firing up the jump jet.
Hey there. Affirmative.
What's up, boss? Coordinates received.
Double UAC 5s for this guy. And an AC 10 for this guy. So that Hunchback is actually a hybrid setup, which is actually a bit less scary. Still got a lot of guns.
Yeah. Take this.
How can I help?
Receiving you. On the move.
Yep. Copy that.
Just gonna move everybody else in.
Tech warriors, show them what you got. Getting banged up real good here.
I was expecting them to target Bugbear, which is why I took the DR. Which is why I took the damage reduction.
Waiting for orders.
Okay, I am gonna overheat if I launch everything. That looks decent.
Got it.
Narked.
Waiting for orders. Acknowledge.
Frogs could just jump up there, and now he's got double AC5. Basically at point blank range.
On it.
Lot of stability damage done there.
Go, go, go.
Chance to hit is not good, so I'm just gonna...
Yep.
I'm gonna do a simple move here, just 2 evasion. I'll take shielded stance,
Oh, hell yeah.
because I know they're gonna target me at just 2 evasion. And I'm only gonna fire 5 lasers again so that my heat can go down.
Copy that. Yes, Commander.
Yeah, Commander. Move order received.
There you go. Little particle cannon shot. The extra stability damage. I'm about to be able to knock this guy down.
Commander? Aye, aye.
And Pizza over there should be able to achieve that knockdown. Yeah. UAC 10 and a PPC. I'd be very surprised if that's not a knockdown.
Let's go.
Or you could just outright kill him.
Hostile eliminated.
That'll also do.
Yeah. I'm jumping. Yes, I am.
I should not have taken this route with Seabell, because
Commander.
her mech just can't jump. She's got jump jets, but barely anything. Only gonna fire one bank of missiles here. Let my heat go down a bit. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna fire at all. Just gonna cool down.
Oh, no.
The catapult, on the other hand, does have good jump jets, so next turn I'll be able to get to work on that.
Engage.
Engine crit, MG destroyed. Very, well, not very unstable. The Blackjack is notoriously hard to knock down. It's very steady on its feet, but
Clear the way. I'm coming in fast. Aye, aye. Tracking from position.
Ready for orders. Full speed. No target.
Roger. Okay, let's go.
Reserve in action. Got it.
Standing by. Acknowledged.
there we go. Just kind of let him cool down.
Bomb.
Big AC-20 shot. Yeah, it's impossible to knock down. It's just possible to make it unsteady. With ulti here, I think I'm going to start brawling. Punch him in the face, shoot a few lasers. Actually, a punch here in this case does a lot more stability damage. But I don't really care because I can't knock this guy down. So I'd rather do more damage.
Order acknowledged. Reporting.
And he's panicked, and he's knocked down. I didn't think it was even possible to get a knockdown here, but hey. I'll take it.
Firing full complement on it. Oh, it's on now.
Yeah, he's gone.
That's a kill.
4 salvageable parts. Fantastic.
I hear ya.
I think I'm gonna have Manda carry the virus. She's fast, she's evasive, she's very hard to hit, and we can protect her fairly easily. So, yeah, she's going in. Don't need instruments to follow giant titanium battle bank, just eyeball it. Alright. I'm guessing there's gonna be reinforcements popping in, so
Right here.
I'm gonna start moving.
I
my missile boats toward the evac point here.
Good to go.
I'm gonna have to Chow keep an eye out on that side of the map because she's fast enough to do it.
Commander.
I'm just gonna
Here
jump Seabell back down. I don't think she's gonna be of any use trying to climb that. Just get back towards the
Something, Chief?
evac zone. Same for pizza.
On it. I've got your back.
I'll have way too late keep an eye on kind of this side.
Roger that.
He's got good sensors anyway.
Racing for impact.
The asset is in hand, Commander. Good work.
There we go. Okay, that was easy enough. At 2 skulls, I was expecting reinforcements. There we go. Little payout. Small payout. 83k. Because I went a lot closer, a lot more towards salvage on this one. The Wolverine's going to need some repairs because he took... What was that? That was an AC-20 to the leg, I think. It was not a fun time. A Core 200 is actually pretty decent engine. I'm not going to be able to get like a full mech out of this, but I'll take the pieces of a Blackjack Omni because it's actually a pretty good, it's actually a pretty solid sniper mech. And if I could build it, like I've already got one. So if I could build it, I could just sell it. And that'll be like a solid amount of money. Get me $500,000 or thereabouts. Maybe a bit more. They keep saying that, but that's because the that's because some of our lower tiered pilots are gaining a lot of experience, and I'm not leveling them up because their salary goes like basically skyrockets if I do. Ooh, I lost the jump jet, didn't I? Yeah, I gotta replace that jump jet. There we go. 12k, 1-day job. Easy enough. I could take another contract, just have Triple drive the Scorpion instead. And still be completely fine. But I'm not seeing... I don't want to do the yearly tussle. So, it's time to move on. And from what I've said before, like, I am kind of tempted... No, not Shiro. That one is... quite dangerous. That one is... It says 1 star. It's getting rated by Merrick. Tropical world, so watch the heat. Like, Shiro's very dangerous. Ito, I mean, it's a 1 skull. I might legitimately be able to help out on that one. Or I go for Masterson, which is 1.5. But it's a lot more travel time. Actually, only 2 days. But it gets me to see more systems alone. Not really. I was about to say, it's only 3 jumps. It's not... That's just 2 jumps. You know what? Screw it. I haven't done one of these. I haven't done like a proper like faction push ever in this mod. So screw it. Yeah, I'm quite curious. So let's go. Let's just travel. I'm getting a financial report before I get there, though. Ooh! Got some new holovids. Yes! Schedule a regular night. That's gonna be good for morale. Next showing, random draw from the chip stack includes an episode of the popular drama series Rough Riders. Wow. So both Corsair and Manda have gained high spirits. Okay, I mean, it's nowhere near as strong as gaining a morale point, but it's still pretty good. Corsair is kind of useless though. Well, Manda getting that boost is pretty big. I'm gonna stick to normal here. Gonna jump again. It's 3 jumps to get there, I think. So. No, it's 2. It was only 2. Alright. Cool. Got our new upgraded lounge. That would have given me morale, I think. To have the upgraded lounge. We have arrived at Ito, which I've seen a notice while we were traveling that the resistance in Ito is actually weakening. So I can't do the frontline push here. Well, I am kind of broke, so I gotta make some quick money. And there are some easy missions here. I'll take the government missions first. Mostly because the, the government missions are not having an influence on our reputation at all. The jungle biome. So we're going to be running pretty hot. And because of that, I might not want to take out the Hunchback. Because it's going to be running real hot. So I'm going to sit that down. Alti goes over to the Corsair. Aloha takes the Dervish. Triple can keep in the Wolverine. Yeah, all of that. Everybody else is fine, I think. Should be able to manage the heat decently enough. I'll also probably want to take a look at our vehicle drivers after this, because Bugbear and who else did I put in there? Razor are both. They've both gained a decent amount of experience with the last few missions, including the one I'm doing now. They're gonna gain some XP from that, so I might be able to level them up a bit. I skewed that one more towards money because it's just a one skull, so I'm not expecting good salvage at all. Yeah, that's about as simple as that. I'm not expecting good salvage because the difficulty rating for this mission is too low. I really thought I could make a push here. Why did my shirt go full snowstorm now? Next time I take a break, I'm going to change shirts. I can't wear dark shirts on this background. It just doesn't work properly. After this mission, I'm going to take a break and then I'm going to change my shirt. For now, I'm just going to be a floating head. Now, you know what? For giggles, I might as well. For giggles, I might as well make it a proper floating head. There we go. Floating head. Fantastic. Alright, what do we got? Mercenaries Lance.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Let's have some of the vehicles start moving in. Oh, we're in the water, so
Roger that.
our range is fairly limited because of that.
Commander.
Got a 25 tonner coming my way.
Commander.
Triple's not gonna see. Well,
On the move. Full
not
speed.
gonna be able to get out of much, but she could sensor lock.
Got a lock.
Commando. Alright, cool.
starters. Let's move. Sensors.
And an
locked on.
Icarus. Okay. We got a couple
Need
targets.
something, Chief? Hauling ass.
Good to go. Uh-huh.
Just get in there, get in cover.
Tell me what to do.
Just lob a couple missiles at this guy.
Orders? Full speed, no target.
I'll just remove the evasion from the,
Yup.
just remove the evasion as much as I can from the commando so that both of our missile boats can have a shot at it.
What's up, boss? Going full throttle.
Commander. Yep. Yeah. I'm going.
It's gonna move a little like this. This thing's got 35 DR. It's quite a lot, but it doesn't have a ton of armor, so
Hey,
the DR doesn't matter that much.
all right.
All right. This dude decided to show his face. It was a terrible, terrible idea. You.
Commander?
Okay, you have a bit of movement.
Understood. Moving fast.
I've got your back. Roger. I've got a sensor lock.
Standing by. I've got a sensor lock.
Waiting for orders. Standing by.
Orders. Roll for that.
Climb up and oh, look at that. 77% with an AC-20 on a commando mech. It's gonna rip out something. If I hit, it's gonna rip something out. And it might be a kill.
Copy that.
It ripped out an arm and a torso piece. And it's now very, very unsteady.
Orders?
And T'Chall's gonna go ahead and just kick him in the face.
On my way.
And he panicked. So he just ejected.
Mech destroyed.
Standing by.
Yeah.
go. I copy.
Let's just lob a couple missiles at the guy. Alright.
Commander? Yes, Commander. On my way.
I'm gonna have frogs move forward here.
Ready to rock.
Alti also needs to move forward.
Roger, Skipper. Taking it. Waiting for orders.
Loa actually has a shot with Dervish here. Not a great shot. But I've got so much ammo that I don't care. I'm just gonna fire.
Engaging the target.
What can I do for ya? Sprinting! Take this!
Just gonna haywire the guy. Tag him.
What? No. Ugh, ew. Oh. Lucky target.
Torso destroyed. Arm destroyed. Exploded ammo.
Right here.
That's pretty good.
Affirmative.
And Cinnabon can move him and lob even more missiles at the guy.
Let's get this done.
Barely moved. And he's still in cover, but he's only got one evasion.
I hear ya. You betcha.
So I'm gonna have Mando just annoy him. We'll put in the normal narc on this time.
This is good.
He's almost dead already.
Another hit like that and you're toast.
He's not gonna last very long here. Yep,
Engaging jump jet.
just gonna have frogs jump over and just annihilate the guy. He's not gonna survive that.
Targeting for an alpha strike. Solid connection on that one.
There we go. Panic, ejected, done. It was a Lance of 2, and we deployed over like 650 tons of stuff. It was a very easy little mission. I think I'm going to take advantage of this. To take a break, do a game restart, as well as go change my shirt. Because, as funny as it could be to be a floating head sometimes, that was not the plan. It's just, yeah. It's not until you get a blue screen that you realize how many blue shirts you have. And that one is dark blue, so, which is why it's kind of clashing. I'll take a Core 160. That's not too bad. And it's worth a decent amount of money. I got so many cores and so many engines. Like, if I need money in a hurry, I could sell a bunch of engines. So I'm going to save quit, restart the game, you know, the whole shebang here. Because I usually don't do that enough and then the game starts lagging and it becomes a problem. So I'm going to do it this time, take an actual break, well, change my shirt, and refill my coffee. And then we'll get going on that. I don't know why it just changes. Like, my shirt was fine just a second ago, and now it's not, you know? Alright. I'm gonna restart the game now, and I'm gonna go refill my coffee. I'll be right back. I should probably unmute myself before saying things. I'm back. And yeah, now that my shirt isn't blue anymore, it's not disappearing in the background. I'm not just a floating head anymore. We're loading back in, nice and steady. So I went to Ita hoping to do a frontline push, and then didn't. I think the conflict, like the frontline push, actually got resolved while I was on my way there. which is why I don't have the frontline push mission anymore. Which is kind of bad, because I'm deep in Capellan territory now, and they don't like me. And because they don't like me, it can be... Well, I really don't have a whole lot of options. I just gotta grab enough missions to be able to get out and fly back to Merrick territory as soon as I can afford it. And we're back. Okay. I mean, we're at 2.9. We can actually afford the flyback right now. We can actually afford the flyback right now, and we will. Yeah, that conflict got resolved while we were on the way there. Scarborough. Okay, Kujari, right there, just one jump away. 19 days travel. Claxton actually belongs to Merrick. Over here. Right in the middle of Capellan territory. 14 days away, and it's a 2 skull. That's as good a place as any to make some money.
Calculating course now, Commander.
Yeah, we're going there. It's just one system away. Ooh, what do we got? Noble bonds. Okay. It's not like I'm the only noble-born person on the ship, says Lemonade. I mean, there's you. Why can't War Master harass you about their stupid idea? Oh, they were talking about me. Okay. I don't know, something about cooling systems. Want me to use my connections to get the idea. Oh, he's one of those. Yeah, send War Master over to me. I'm gonna deal with that. Scan the roughly written idea and can immediately see that they may actually be onto something. Ooh. Alright. Okay. So it wasn't a scam. Oh, hello. DCMS, Ghost Bear Dominion. And DCMS have started fighting pretty badly. And DCMS is the Draconic Combine. Okay, so that's on the northern side of the universe. Not too concerned about that. I'm quite far away from that. But the Clan Ghost Bear now invades 17 star systems. So if I wanted to get involved with that, I could. Also, because the travel to Claxton is not that far off, I'm actually going to get there and be able to take some contracts before the financial report. So that was the best moment to be traveling, really. Our Argo is starting to look pretty damn good. Ooh, okay. The Taurian Concordat. 8 full months of brutal combat. The Taurian's Defense Force reports that it has managed to partially halt the Sanctuary Alliance invasion. Basically, yeah, the TDF got invaded by a clan. They've been able to kind of stop the invasion, but now they have to start reclaiming territory. So if I wanted to side with the Taurians, I could go there and try to help them make a frontline push. I won't. But it could have been an option if I was anywhere near that part of the galaxy.
Waypoint reached, Commander.
We have arrived in Claxton. Alright. There's an Apollo mech. Does it bunch on cables, is the question. Orders, artillery, engine, compact. Oh, yeah, that's a... Okay, I mean, long toms and mag shots, and they've got a decent amount of stuff. And because this is a Merrick owned, I actually get... That's an AC tank. AC5, AC2, AC2. That's not great. For a 75 tonner, that is really not a lot of firepower. Double light Gauss. Ooh, that one I might be interested in. It's 2.5 mil though. That's really expensive. The Merkava has done some very good work. Let's not kid ourselves here. But having a spare tank would not be a bad thing. And I mean, it's a Gauss rifle on wheels. Which, I love a Gauss rifle. I absolutely love a Gauss rifle. Okay, I'm gonna keep that in the back of my mind here. If I can get my hands on that thing, I will. Let's hope there's some good missions in here that we can pull off, and there's quite a few. Okay, that's against Merrick. Not doing that. That's against Capellans. That I can do, and that's a very good paycheck. In the Highlands. Okay. So I need some mobility, I need some indirect fire. And attack and defend. 1.3 million max pay. That's a lot. That's a huge rep boost too. I could go 315 and still get almost 500,000 from that. And it's an attack and defend. Yeah, screw it. I'm doing that. Okay. Because it's an attack and defend. And it's in the Highlands, so there's no debuffs here to heat. I think the Corsair's gonna have to sit down. As much as I like it, I really enjoyed the Corsair. It hits incredibly hard, but it does not have jump jets. So its movement is very limited. So the Corsair's going to sit down. Alti's going to get back into Hunchback because that thing, despite being a little bit slower, has jump jets. The other thing I'm going to do, the other mech that we have that also cannot really move all that much is a Huron Warrior. So what I'm going to want here, I'm going to have Triple take over the Scorpion. The Huron Warrior is going to sit down. As much as I love a Gauss rifle, that Huron cannot move. It is very slow. And I'm going to put the Wolverine back in there. So that way, this is just about the most mobile I can be here in terms of a loadout. I think. Other thing I'm going to do is we're going to bring back our regular... You've got side slip. Because we're in the Highlands, I should heavily favor pilots that have side slip. So, have you ever driven anything else than the Merkava, Razor? I'll have Lemonade take over the Merkava again. War Master's going to take the Varger, because he's been driving that forever. But I think I might have to sit down way too late here. Yeah, because Razor has side slip, meaning I can evade, like, not evade, but ignore terrain restrictions. So I want to have Razor step in. Way too late's going to take a little break. Courser's in high spirits. I'm going to have... You. Okay, yeah. I'm going to sit down Kilo. I'm going to bring back Wolfbanes in that one. Because he's in high spirits, which means he generates more resolve. Which means more abilities for me. Yep. And attack and defend. I think this is the first one we've done in this on this save file. So this could get interesting. I have to admit, I am a little rusty. That should be interesting. All right. Nothing is as easy as it looks. What a line. Now, the best line remains, war sucks, but it pays. That one made me chuckle a fair few times. It is taking its sweet time to load, so... Here we go, come on, load in. Then again, it's a new world, it's... I think I haven't loaded that... Well, I've just reloaded the game, so... That particular biome was definitely not loaded in already. Alright, here goes. I thought it was loaded. God damn it. This mission is taking its sweet time to load. God damn. There we go. We have to attack a base and defend a base at the same time.
Command interface initiated.
We have to defend this place and attack a base. Friendly turrets covering the base. Those will only delay but not stop. Yeah. So. Rain is going to help with the heat. I'm happy with that. So what I intend to do here is I'm going to move... Well, I got some scouts, so those guys are going to move forward, obviously. They're not really going to be of any use on the defense. There we go. So we got a commando and a stinger. And a couple more mechs over there. Chance to hit, horrible. So I'm not even going to bother shooting there.
Waiting for orders.
So now I have to kind of choose who I'm going to be attacking with and who I'm going to be playing defense with. Because, okay, where's the edge of the map? It's right there. Okay, so our backs are mostly covered. I think the vehicles should stay on defense duty. I'm going to hold them back. As well as the battle armors. And I think I should leave one... I might leave Isa on defense duty as well. Because she's got the big catapult mech. Which can do a lot of damage in a brawl. And it's also a missile boat. So she might just be able to lob missiles on the front line. No matter what.
What's up, boss?
And I'm kind of hoping that it is enough of a defense to be able to... handle all of that.
Move. I've got a sense of
Whitworth. Okay. I'm going to do a full reserve back here because I want these guys to move first. There we go. Because they have so much evasion right now. I can't hit them. That was a turret and a half. Sheesh. That was a lot of lasers. We got a Thunderbolt turret. And I'm guessing that 35 tonner is probably going to try to flank. Okay. So, right, I want Razor here to move. Yeah, I'm going to move him forward. I said I'd hold the vehicles back on defense. I'm not going to bring him any further than that. Like, he's going to keep an eye on this gap here. And that actually gets me... That actually gets me in a range where whoever's riding with him is going to be able to get a sensor lock. Okay, that's an Owens mech. Those things are basically impossible to sensor lock. So that's unpleasant.
reporting. I understand.
That was friendly fire. Crap. Shot Manda in the back for that. Not have done that. Somebody else is moving back there.
What's up, boss? Receiving you. Firing jump jet.
Let's start doing work here. I need to sensor lock somebody down because they have so much evasion right now. I can't even think about hitting them.
Got a lock.
Yep. Some of their forcers are hanging back,
Commander.
as they should.
Commander.
Triple right now with that Scorpion of hers. I don't think she's going to be able to hit much with that sniper cannon. Yeah, 11% and not a ton of ammo. So, just...
Sensors
let's
locked
focus on sensor locking the Stinger and try to take it down this turn.
Orders. Affirmative. Got a lock.
So that Stinger doesn't have any more... Yeah, we got a 50-tonner incoming back there.
Yeah.
That's not bad at all.
Location confirmed.
And now... yes. Much better. Let's go for the reliable shot. Just to try to prevent friendly fire. We missed, sadly.
Guess I'm gonna have to try harder. I'm listening. On my way.
Move Cinnabon forward a little bit. Just lob a bunch of missiles at this guy.
This is everything I got.
There we go. He's gone. Okay.
That there's a kill.
Fantastic. That's one of them. That is one of them gone.
Commander.
Lemonade is stuck. He can't move. So that's fun.
Copy that. Hey, yo. Double time. Let's go. Commander. Engaging jump jet.
Yeah, 0.9%. That's not gonna happen.
I'm here. I may regret this.
Nope. Not worth shooting. There's a 35-ton quad back there. So a mini scorpion of some kind. That Whitworth didn't move all that much. It shouldn't have a ton of evasion. Okay, the allied turrets are actually doing some sensor locking for me, which is good. And that Owens doesn't have an ECM, because it was able to get sensor locked right there. Okay,
Wait
that
for
changes things.
Good to go.
Standing by. Commander? Census locked on.
There we go. You got more mechs incoming, but that's fine. Like, I'm okay with turtling here.
I'm your spaniel. I've got a sensor lock.
There we go. That commando's got a lot less DR than... What is that? A tortoise! Speaking of turtling. Okay.
Waiting for orders.
There. Anyway, I could get in... If I start sprinting... like that... It would make me turn my back on these two, but I don't think it's worth it. Okay. I don't think it's worth it. I would much rather move into here. Gonna use target prediction because I need to start guaranteeing shots here. That Whitworth actually has some pretty nasty weaponry. So I'm gonna haywire it.
All weapons on go.
This should be target number 1 right now. Because nothing else is really in range to hurt me anyway.
Yes, Commander.
So. 72.5. Blast him.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
Good to go. Roger that. Firing full complement on enemy. Ready to rock.
Okay. Could go for the commando on this side. And I will. We do have to play some defense here. And I'm surprisingly fine heat-wise right now. I think I'm gonna Bannerlord this. I could take the heat right now, guarantee some shots, and just light this guy up. Yeah, straight up kill. Just get rid of him. Because he was one of those little shits that was very likely to try to sneak in. Okay. I'm gonna have Aloha jump in there, and Aloha's the most likely to be able to knock someone down. I'm gonna throw one of the RLs on that shot. I'm also gonna use shielded stance because I'm in a very exposed spot. Yeah, he's having a bad time.
Inflicted some heavy damage. I'm out of short-range missiles.
You're not out. You got plenty of
Ready
stuff.
for orders.
I'm gonna move to Chow on this side here because I want to have an eye on these guys over there. That commando's got 7 evasion. There's no way I can hit that. An Uziel. That's a clan mech. What does this thing have? Pulse lasers. A lot of lasers. This thing could run pretty hot. Like a lot of clan mechs tend to do. This thing's got lasers for days. I don't like it. I am gonna lock it down just so I can lob a bunch of missiles at it.
Got a lock.
Because this thing's got so many lasers.
Yes, Commander.
It's got all of the lasers, I would dare to say.
On the move. Full speed.
I keep forgetting to use Phantom at the start of my turn.
Roger that.
There we go, that's a kill. That Whitworth is gone.
Mech destroyed. Aye, aye.
I'm tempted to side slip and get to high ground here. You know what? I will.
Move into position.
Gonna get me some eyes up there. And I've got 2 large lasers, so I can actually shoot at things.
Affirmative.
There we go. That tortoise. Okay. Hold on. That tortoise is a 35-tonner with that amount of lasers? That is a bit insane.
Full speed ahead. Certainly.
It's a hefty 35-tonner. It looks it looks much heavier than that. I have to side slip too, just to be able to get off of the freaking roof that I spawned on.
Commander. Roger that. Venting heat. Stabilize.
Venting heat. Right here. Moving.
I'm a split fire here. I don't need to do breaching shots on this, so
Here we go.
there we go. And just a little bit of laser fire that over there. If I could stress him out, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am gonna battle lord on this. There we go.
What? No.
If I move there, I do have a direct line of sight.
Advancing, I guess.
It's tempting. Yeah, screw it.
I think.
There we go. Gone. Okay, perfect.
Tech destroyed.
4 parts. That could be interesting.
Forward.
I do like a good quad.
I'm here. Sensors locked on.
Good to go. I've got a sensor lock.
Now, Uziel's a 6 initiative, so I'm hoping to be able to.
Yes, Commander.
Aloha's a 9 initiative nowadays. I forgot about that. Because he's a master tactician. What does that get me? 3 evasion, 50% DR because of the
I copy.
shielded stance.
Roger.
There we go. Just get rid of him.
Tango down.
There's a lot of reinforcements incoming. I think one of the things I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to take a couple of my light units and sneak them around to start destroying the base.
Good to go. I've got a sensor lock. Orders?
Yeah, I'm going to move to Chow this way and
Targeting for an alpha strike.
fire at that Uziel. Line mechs usually have a lot of firepower, but not a ton of armor, so I'm trying to take advantage of that. It's the Uziel's turn. Alright, moves a little bit. Aloha tanking that like a champ.
Confirm.
My chance to hit isn't great, but just from the sheer amount of shots, some of those are bound to land. So, there you go. Landed quite a few, actually.
Critical hit.
Okay, the turret actually gave me a sensor lock here.
Copy that. That's good.
Huge sniper shot right there. That took out quite a lot of weaponry. Quite a lot of armor.
Receiving.
He did not enjoy that.
Hauling ass.
Alright, I'm gonna have Frogs here move on the front line because he's one of the tankier mechs that we have.
I think I hit something good.
And he's unsteady.
Hightailing it. Yes, I am.
Here we go. I'm gonna precise strike on this one. Yeah, just guarantee the hits. That should be a knockdown.
Now I'm
Yeah, there we go. And he's gone.
Need something, Chief?
Going to gain a whole bunch of evasion like this. Chance to hit isn't great. I was hoping to be able to do a sensor lock here, but I can't, sadly. All right.
Commander. Heading out.
I'm gonna have Cinnabon just head over there, and nope. Chance to hit is too low. I'm not gonna bother.
Yes, Commander. Certainly. Target confirmed.
There we go. Just take a couple shots at the guy. See if I can
Yeah.
stress him out a bit.
Copy that.
Hey. Going as fast as I can.
Not gonna fire the lasers this time. I am actually gonna precise strike this, 'cause I'd like to take you out quickly. I could fire some lasers. I'll fire a couple of lasers.
Okay.
That's a knockdown.
You didn't expect that.
No. Not a knockdown. I'm quite surprised.
Good to go.
I'm gonna have Lemonade lob a few missiles at that guy.
Firing on
Because he's just on the brink of falling over, so
reporting critical hit.
there we go, knockdown. And he's gone. Okay. Pretty steadily taking out targets now.
Got it.
We got 4 rounds, so I am gonna have to frickin' hightail it towards that base and destroy it as fast as I can. So I think my fastest units, Manda and T'Chau, should absolutely just ignore that stinger. Sprint at maximum speed towards that base and start taking it out.
What can I do for you?
Okay, you don't have to ignore the stinger if you get, like, point blank range with it.
Firing everything I've got. There's more where that came from. Receiving you.
There we go. Full sprint speed. And, you know, buildings are pretty easy targets. They can't move. So even after sprinting, I could pretty easily hit that.
Engaging target.
And now that I have a line of sight on it, my
How's it going?
my missile boat should be able to start doing some work. Pizza's got a nice vantage point here. He's gonna have a shot at that guy. at that building.
Affirmative. Right here.
Yeah, I really got to start damaging these buildings, so...
Confirmed. Here we go.
Meanwhile, Seabill could just
You didn't like that, did ya?
rip that Stinger a new one.
Waiting for orders. Copy that.
That's not a bad shot. That's not a bad shot at all, actually. 60%? I mean, I could precise strike this. Yeah, I need to damage these buildings quickly, so
Got it.
screw it.
Good to go. Heading out. I copy.
Kill confirmed, Commander.
And he's gone.
That one's gone.
You have orders?
Alright, War Master, I'm gonna step you back. I'm gonna start rushing you back towards base.
Yeah, Commander.
What are your orders, Skipper? Copy that, Commander.
Yeah, I'm gonna have Alti also rush back towards base. Because I don't know where the reinforcements are gonna be coming from.
Commander.
I need to get Triple to high ground. I think that's gonna be pretty essential, so I'm gonna get her going there, jump her up next turn.
Standing by. Yes, Commander.
Aloha and Frogs are gonna be on demolition duty.
Target confirmed. Negative damage.
I'm here. Locking in target.
There you go. That's one building that's
Yeah.
almost gone.
Locked in target.
There you go. That's one building gone.
Target's all gone now.
Watching my heat gauge.
Let's hit them hard.
Yeah, they're gonna spawn in reinforcements sooner than later. So
Commander? Heading out. Target acquired.
Just a slight jump here just to get a little bit of evasion.
I'm listening.
That's good damage.
I got it. Don't think, don't shoot, just run. Here you go.
Just a little laser shot. I want to hold on to my AC-20
Yeah.
for reinforcements anyway.
Yep. Here we go.
Firing the missiles.
Hey,
And Isa over here is absolutely on demolition duty.
here we go. Yes, Commander.
There we go. Get the Scorpion to high ground.
What's up, boss?
Keep an eye on the sensors.
Confirmed. Firing on target. Skipper.
Couple good shots here. I'm gonna have Ulti playing defense on this side of the base, I think.
Quick stepping it. Receiving you. On it.
I hear ya. Sprinting.
It's not worth narking that, but... or even tagging it.
Got it.
I'll still take a shot. There you go. A little bit of damage.
Yes, Commander. Acknowledged. Copy that.
That should be a kill. There we go, it's gone.
Heyday. Yep.
Yeah, they're dropping there, so...
Show me your war face. Going full throttle.
I'll get Razor ready, right here, to be able to either lock him down or shoot them.
What's the plan? Confirmed.
Reinforcements, here we go. An Avatar. That's a pretty big boy if I remember it right. Yeah, I want them to move first, because that 8 evasion
Good to go.
spawning protection thing isn't great.
Uh-huh. We can do this. Let's go. Take this.
There we go, he's narked, so that's not too bad. Let's just full reserve here, because I want them to move. Oof! Still have a whole lot of evasion. That was a Gauss rifle, wasn't it? Yes.
Armor breach. Internal damage.
That freaking Avatar's got a Gauss rifle.
Orders.
Double Gauss rifle. It's a 70-tonner. Alright, this thing's gotta go down in a hurry.
Ready to rock.
Yeah, I ran ulti back towards base, but probably should not have done that now that I know where they spawn.
Standing by.
He is actually quite woefully out of position.
Copy that. Good to go. Give them everything you've got.
They're getting the RL. That's a big target. Yeah, I'm okay with throwing RLs at this guy.
Acknowledge.
Knock him down, destroy him. Yeah, there you go.
Show them what you got.
Look, that double Gauss rifle is friggin' terrifying. I want him out.
Waiting for orders.
Meanwhile, Tashao is just gonna keep destroying the buildings. She's quite good at that, and she's quite fast.
Commander.
So she could do it pretty easily. I'm also gonna have Cinnabon start moving forward a little bit, but I'm gonna keep lobbing missiles at the buildings.
On the trigger.
And same for Iza.
That is done with that.
This turn, I'm gonna focus her on destroying that last building.
Oh.
Yeah, my chances to hit are not great. Let's just fire a volley of missiles and potentially completely destroy that building. There you go. Enemy base destroyed. So now there's no reinforcements, no extra reinforcements coming in. But they're still...
Roger that.
There's still you two to deal with.
Here goes everything.
AC-20 to the face.
Waiting for orders.
That's my left arm. So I want to jump and kind of face that way. So my left arm is protected. Or at least not showing directly to that guy. And then fire everything in his face. And knock him down. Screw you, gravity! Wonderful work right there. War Master could just
I understand.
sprint in there.
Unleash hell. That's a critical hit.
It is a critical hit, and now you've got Shotel and... He's got Shotel and somebody else. No, it's the Varger. Shotel's the only guy riding with him.
Standing by. Oh, yeah.
I was expecting that... There we go! I was expecting that pilot to panic.
What's up, boss?
And an enforcer would be quite a nice little addition to our lineup if I could salvage that.
Roger that. Receiving you. Acknowledged.
Standing by. Sensors locked on.
That Valkyrie is completely surrounded.
Hot damn. Let's do this.
I'd be stunned if this guy doesn't panic before he even gets to play now.
Waiting for orders. Going turbo.
He's in this little hidey hole though. He's not that easy to shoot.
Orders? Roger.
Yeah, but now I've got Aloha just rushing in and throwing stupid amounts of missiles in his face.
Engaging.
So much stability damage.
Reporting.
Those SRMs are nasty.
Receiving you.
T'Chau's completely out of the fight. I'm gonna rush her back in. She did good work. She was just busy destroying the buildings. Oh, do I not have anybody who could take a shot at this guy? Okay, no, I don't have the range. I am gonna have to reserve here and give him a move. Now it's gonna go horribly wrong for you, because you've just moved. So,
Yes, Commander.
swarm him.
Put my weight into it.
Unsteady, lost evasive. Sounds about right.
What are your orders, Skipper? Roger, Skipper. Taking it.
I mean, I do have a pretty good shot at him.
Firing.
Light him up. And he's gone.
Confirmed, Commander.
Very nice.
Successful.
Those missions are a lot easier now that I can deploy a lot more than 4 max. I am sorry to all of you if you see me look at my phone fairly often. Mostly because I am waiting for a call. I've been interviewing for jobs, so I am waiting for a call. There you go, 10%, 10%. It still gives me 500,000 and 315 in salvage. And quite a lot of XP. The Blackjack did take a bit of structural damage. It's gonna need some repairs, but it's minor repairs. I'm grabbing the avatar pieces. Oh, hold on. No. That's a full enforcer. Quantity 2, and quantity 1. That's a full enforcer mech. Ooh, but a Gauss. I've already got some spare Gauss. I do like my Gauss rifles, but hardened. 2 times armor protection, 2 times armor weight. Wow, okay, that is not something I'd probably go for. It's, yeah, good protection is good to have, but twice the armor weight, that is sacrificing a lot of firepower. The random salvage was fine. Nothing incredible. We're doing all right. Yeah. Let's go to the mech bay. I'm gonna have to get the Blackjack repaired. Shouldn't be too concerning. Yeah. 6 grand, 1 day. Basically nothing. There we go. Just get it fixed. The Free Worlds League has just offered me an alliance Yes. Fuck it. I'm with them. There you go. Because of that, though, now, everybody who's enemies with Merrick is now enemies with me. Meaning, the Canopians, as much as they used to like me, do not like me at all anymore. It was fun while it lasted, but Merrick has a lot more territory and a lot more means and a lot more resources and better shops and better pilots. Well, maybe not better pilots, but I can get better stuff because we're allied with them. We're maxed out in rep with them now, which gave me quite a lot of score, I would guess. Oh, it's a little different than the old career mode here. That mod actually changed it. It's for every point of positive reputation with any faction. It's not with one. It's not the maximum I get with one. It's just total. I got quite a lot of people hating me now. So, there's that. But I do get the faction reputation completion with points with that because I just maxed out Merrick. That also means I am now enemies with a lot of people. Okay. That 75-ton Moltke. It's a Gauss tank. I'm really tempted. Dual, 35 tons. That means Manda and T'Chau would have to take that. Lunar dual. I mean, I've got some sensor lock-in capabilities. It's a solo. No. That one is solo dual, 75 tons. I am not taking that. That's just... All of those are duels. I don't care. No. I don't want to do duels. I don't want to do escort against Merrick either. Hot landing against Capellans. That one. That's also against Merrick. Not doing that. I'm not attacking my allies. Forget that. That one gives me a decent paycheck. And is against Capellans, which is compelling. 300 grand. 312. And after that mission, I think we're going to be doing a little bit of shopping. I think I'm going to keep the same lineup I just had. Because we're still in Highlands. Meaning the Corsair and the Huron are not great. Because you can't really... I need to figure out a way... Hold on. Let's go to the mech bear. Because I'm going to have to travel sooner than later. So... I think I'm going to have to sacrifice... I could go ferrofibrous here. Save a little bit of weight by using ferrofibrous. But then I don't... Oh. That's just enough for one extra jump jet? Because I don't have room for anything else, really. I could have two. Like that. Just this thing having 4 jump jets actually would make it quite a lot better on those maps that's, you know, where verticality is very much up there. Plus, it's a Gauss rifle. It can snipe at a distance. It just needs a direct line of sight, which means it has to get the high ground. And I could give it a little bit of extra armor. There you go. I'm going to validate that. 2 days. It'll be done by the time we move. So, but we'll do the hot landing without. We'll just stick with the lineup that we currently have. I might have to consider the idea of modifying the Corsair to give it some jump jets as well, just because of that. It's a good mech, but it's a a bit ragtag. The armor isn't amazing, and it doesn't have jump jets. It has stupid firepower, so I would probably have to sacrifice something here for extra mobility. Could potentially do with an engine boost as well. It runs pretty cold. I could probably sacrifice a couple of heat sinks for something else. There we go. I mean, it's still 300. It's still 300 grand, and 312 in terms of salvage. Like, it should be pretty good for a 2.5. For a 2.5, I'm expecting at least one heavy to show up. Good morning, JD. How you doing? Hope you had a good night. Yeah, my night was pretty good. It was a fairly quiet night work-wise, so took advantage of that. I basically finished coding everything I wanted to code for the cyborg macros I wanted. So that's a thing. Because I had downtime. I was just waiting for calls for like about half of my night. So And today, well, over here on the Battletech lands, stuff is also going quite well. We've had a few very good missions. We finally allied with a faction, which means quite a lot of other factions hate us now. So that's a thing. Oh, okay.
Serious armor loss.
This is a bit concerning. One of their lances spawned behind us.
Damage is minor, Commander.
I've got an enemy flanking to the side. My armor's getting blown apart.
Light damage, holding firm.
I just wanted to hold on to my 8 evasion, but they're going bonkers over there. Okay, Hunchback. Okay, that's the laser Hunchback. I'm a little less concerned. Those AC-20 Hunchbacks are so freaking nasty. Phoenix Hawk! I want to salvage that. That's one of my favorite mechs. I love a Phoenix Hawk. These things are stupid fast. You're like a different type of hawk. I mean, America. So, I get it. Alright. I need to split the party here. Because these... yeah, we're getting flanked. So, let's get over here. And Mando, you're gonna... active probe, you're gonna ping these 4. Because some of us are going to have to turn around and start blasting these guys. Dervish, Phoenix Hawk, Shadowhawk, Marauder. Well, that's concerning. Okay, that's a lot of firepower. What do we have on this side? Hunchback, Phoenix Hawk is again, Assassin, and Cicada. Okay. These are a lot less dangerous than these. This is the dangerous. This is the dangerous lance. This is not too bad. That Hunchback back there is already overheating to hell and back. So, sure, that's cool. I'm gonna have Triple step in there in her beautiful Scorpion mech with the sniper cannon. And we're gonna start blasting. Because... alright, let's see here. Sniper cannon, high explosive. %54% for these two. 91% for that Dervish. And it's a breaching shot, so the DR doesn't matter. Yeah, just blast him.
Roll for that.
Receiving you.
Okay, Frogs is also on that side of the fight, so I think, yeah, I'm gonna jump him forward over there.
Roger that.
Trying to just kind of show my side to them and to these guys so they can't too easily shoot me in the back. And yeah. So anyways, I started blasting.
Got it.
Oh, that's a good one. He's unsteady now.
Confirm.
Alright, where is Alti? Alti is also quite a good candidate to just turn around and start attacking these guys. It's gonna force me to turn my back on the lighter lance back there, but I'm hoping distance is enough to be able to
Copy that.
handle that. Oh, light him up. LRM-10 destroyed? I mean, the LRMs are not really... At this range, the LRMs are not that concerning.
Standing by.
So who do I have back here? I got Seabill. I've got Lemonade. I got Isabella. I got Cinnabon. Okay, Isabella and Cinnabon I kind of want to keep right in the middle. If I can, because they're long-range missile boats. So I'm probably going to climb them into that little ledge here at the edge of the map.
I'm listening.
%55% on the Hunchback back there. It's got a bombast particle cannon. God damn, no wonder it's overheating already. Okay.
Standing by.
Meanwhile, Isa... Yeah, I'm going to jump Isa to kind of there, but just turn... Yeah, just keep her side...
I may regret this.
You know, keeping her back basically down screen camera wise, so these guys can't sneak behind her. Yeah, I'd like to take this guy out, so I'm just gonna... Whoa, it's dangerous for heat, but I'm gonna be riding the red line here. There you go, he's gone. Good.
Target pacified.
Good to go.
I think the Chow, I'm gonna want her to get back over here.
On the move. Full speed.
To just kind of harass the smaller targets.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
I'm gonna keep these guys busy while I'm taking out the really dangerous guys.
Commander. I'm jumping. Yes, I am.
We're gonna jump right over there. $33, $39, $39. Ooh, that's a shot. Blam. Actually missed with the AC-20. That's very, very unfortunate. Pizza over here. Yes. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna jump him over here with kind of his side turned to everybody. I mean, that's not a horrible shot. This guy's a rotary AC-5. Okay, he's dangerous.
Let's do this.
War Master. Get to cover.
Sprinting.
Commander.
Whoa, these are not fun spots to be. I'll go for the 5 evasion here.
Full throttle.
And then everybody kind of riding with the APCs now. I'm going to lock down the more dangerous ones. So the Assassin right now seems to have a jam in terms of his ammunition. The Phoenix Hawk is a bit dangerous, so I'm going to mess with its sensors. Cicadas also tend to be decently dangerous, but they also tend to run... Yeah, no, that's a lot of lasers. That's a lot of lasers. I'd rather... Yeah, let's mess with the sensors on this guy. Am I in range to swarm him? No, I am not. Am I in range to shoot him? Kind of. But my chance to hit is terrible. Well, let's not do that.
Yes, Commander.
Finally, Aloha. Aloha as one of the highest firepower on the crew. I need him fighting the heavy hitters. So I'm going to sprint him forward. I'm going to start taking shots at that Marauder.
Firing the target.
See if I could start. Because its stability point is actually quite low. I might be able to
Commander.
mess with it.
Copy that. Roger that.
Yeah. I copy.
I'm here when you need me.
Okay, what do we got here? Where's... Razor's not in initiative to move yet.
I hear ya.
Mando. Yeah, I'll move Mando like that. For 5 evasion. I'm going to do target prediction. And I'm also going to haywire the Marauder because that thing is terrifying.
Take this.
What's up, boss?
Jump him, shielded stance, because I'm expecting him to be a big, juicy target. I think I'm throwing everything at that Marauder. Yeah, I'm throwing everything at him. I need him to get destabilized and knock him down if I can. Just everything.
Roger that. I'm out of SRM.
He's very unsteady now. Is exactly what I was hoping for. Chow back here. There we go. Yeah, that's what I want. I want to move over here. Start surrounding these guys. But more importantly, it's that hunchback is actually
Firing a full
a
salvo.
nice, easy target right now. I want to take every shot I can at it.
Ready for orders.
Receiving you.
I'm gonna have to reserve now.
Standing by.
So some of the lighter units are gonna start moving back here. Phoenix Hawk jumping behind us. No, he didn't even move. I thought he jumped behind, but no, it's actually, that's Aloha's face. That's not his back. So, all right, cool. I'm gonna have to reserve again, so I'm gonna have to, yeah, give all of the lighter mechs a chance to move here. Assassin jumps, goes for lemonade. That's fine. Mostly missed anyway. But he jumped right in the middle of us, so. Okay, we're gonna have to start brawling here, because. Like, these Phoenix Hawks are usually very, very fast. I'm surprised he didn't try to stomp me here. I'm extremely surprised he didn't try to stomp me.
Yes, Commander.
Who's riding with you? I think it's Chotel, isn't it? It's Courser.
Receiving you.
Swarm him. Get in there, swarm him. There you go. Just, yeah.
Flamer is empty.
Very nice.
Mostly missed. What's up, boss?
I'm actually tempted to swarm that guy with, or swarm the the assassin over there. Am I in range? I am. Yes, swarm him.
No shooting, just running.
That's fine.
Reporting minimal damage.
That is totally fine.
I live to serve.
The Merkava tank has plenty of armor. We can handle that. No issues.
On the move.
Here we go. Sniper shot to the Marauder. I'm hoping for a knockdown here. It didn't knock him down, but he is stressing out. Where's Alti? Yeah, let's brawl. I think we have to brawl here. Let's do shielded stance. Plus, Alti's a juggernaut, isn't he? Pretty sure he is. So, he is quite suited to brawling.
Order acknowledged.
Blam. Light him up.
Commander. Up high.
That should be the knockdown I'm looking for here from frogs. Those AC-5s usually pack a decent amount of stability damage, plus the SRM.
Now let's see how you handle this.
Engine crit. Come on.
Critical hit.
There you go.
Right here.
Did the Marauder take it? Yeah, the Marauder took itself out. The pilot actually bled to death. Alright. I mean, I'm up for that. The Assassin is unsteady. Well, both of them are unsteady because they got swarmed. Battle Lord. Full salvo. To the back armor.
Here goes. Him.
Gone. Okay. Beautiful.
Reporting.
If I go ahead and start brawling with that hunchback here, I can still fire everything after kicking him, and it's an AC-20 shot at point blank. And I'm not turning my back to anybody anymore at that point, so that's kind of useful.
Moving.
Bam! That's a knockdown.
That was a crit.
Bracing for impact. And bam.
Receiving.
Exactly what I was hoping for. I'm going to do Phantom here for the extra evasion.
Engaging jump jet.
That's a shot. I'm not going to fire the lasers because I need my heat to go down a bit. But if I could start destabilizing that Phoenix Hawk. That's a solid shot. What else we got?
Standing by.
Razor over here in the Turin APC. I'm gonna side slip and get right next to
Roger.
that grounded hunchback.
Roger that.
Lurking and working, TAC, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Waiting for orders.
I hope you're having a good day. Happy time zones to you.
Orders.
Yes, Commander.
I did swarm that. Did I just? I just killed Corsair from annihilating that guy after swarming him. Whoops. Good thing Corsair is one of our like very low level pilots. It's fine. There we go. He's gone. Killed the engine.
Charge.
go.
Waiting for orders. Sensors locked on.
Let's lock him down. There we go. We got ads running. And I need coffee. So you know what? I'm gonna go refill right away while the ads are running. There we go. We're back. Ads are done. And I'm feeling better. Okay. I need to... I'm gonna take a shot at this guy. Oh, music is very loud suddenly. There we go. I'm gonna shoot the guy that I'm not swarming right now.
Commander.
Right here.
There's a lot of overheating involved here. I'll fire just 2 lasers. That was solid damage there.
Critical hit, Commander.
And my heat went down a bit. I could still fire 2 of the lasers without gaining heat on this catapult. This is actually a very, very, very good mech. I'm very happy with how this catapult is behaving for me. Floppy. I'd like you to halt your swarm attack. Oh, hold on. Yeah. No. Wait. Where's my Turin? There it is. It's a little far away. Wait, I'm gonna halt my swarm attack. And just kind of run away.
Double time. Let's go.
I'm ready. Got a lot.
We're gonna lock him down. Reserve and reserve. Now we got Manda who can move. Start moving Manda kind of that way.
Affirmative.
There we go. With a narc. Now that this thing is beaconed,
Good to go.
I could just punch that Shadowhawk in the face. And I am quite tempted here. That is, with a kick plus all of those SRMs, that's a guaranteed knockdown, if not a kill. Go for it. Yeah, he's gone. He's not gone.
Hit.
But he's panicked and knocked down. So,
Commander?
I will gladly take that. Next.
No shoot. Just running.
God damn, that Talon mech is fast. Yep.
All weapons are gone.
Unsteady? Yeah. Now it's these two. He went down into the water. I'm guessing he was overheating.
Aye, aye. Holding.
That's fine. That Dervish can take a hit nowadays. I've armored it up, so
What do you need?
I'm not too concerned. Start moving this way. Get the Turin as close to our battle armors as we can, so I can retrieve them.
Engaging target.
Reporting. Mech warriors, show them what you got. Yes, Commander.
That guy's turning his back to me.
Aye, aye.
You take a shot from the back of the APC. Oh, he's riding with pizza back here. Okay, so he doesn't have a shot. I mean, I'm just gonna stomp on this guy. Light him up. Yeah, he's gone.
Enemy eliminated.
I did squish him, and then I lit him on fire. Morning to Chow. Frogs. Yeah, jump.
Firing jump jet.
I'm gonna jump right behind him and just blast him. Oh, you're gonna have a bad time.
Oh, it's on now. That hit something good.
Receiving.
And then we got triple in that giant spider mech. Murderbot, yeah. I love Murderbot. All right, so let's move that way. Which one has AoE? I never friggin' remember. I think it's SC. Artillery cannon. Which one has AoE? I don't remember. Sniper shape charge. I think the high explosive is the one with the... Because I don't want to hit Frogs, who's right there. I'm going to go for the shape charge. Okay, the shape charge was the right shot. It was a lot of damage. Not enough to kill him, yet, but pretty close. Cinnabon! Cinnabon is just gonna lob a whole lot of missiles at this guy down there.
Affirmative.
Just raining death and destruction.
Now. Yes, you are. Another one for the kill board. I copy.
And finally, Seabill. That's a charge attack. Yeah, I'm gonna take a bunch of damage if I do that. So I'm just gonna move close.
Affirmative.
And then we do Precise Strike, AC 20, point blank range to the face. That a knockdown? Is that a knockdown? No, but close.
Waiting for orders.
Ooh, I've got a decision to make here. Because I am gonna have to turn my back on somebody. I got a lot of people over there. I think this guy's under control. That guy up there is more dangerous right now.
Run, don't shoot. Got it.
Woo! I'm realizing that where my camera is, you guys don't get to see the heat indicators. Should probably just... That hides the objectives. Like, there's no place where I could put myself that's not hiding something, because like over there it hides a bunch of stuff when we're out of mission. You know what? I'll put myself down here. There you go. Right in the middle. Yep. Just right there. And about About that size. There we go. Like that. How about that? Let's go back to being kind of reasonable. Kind of. Alright, let's shoot this guy in the face, shall we?
Locking in. All weapons. Critical hit, Commander.
Whew, this thing is running toasty. Look at him. He's not having a good time.
Yes, Commander.
Isa? Ooh, what am I doing with Isa here? I think... I'm gonna do a bit of a compromise with Isa here. Dagnabbit.